Alison and I am coming to you from Pilates Leeds, and this month I want to talk entirely about breathing exercises. I want to just apologise in advance. These are going to be for people with healthy lung function. I know that if you have asthma or bronchitis, then there's different cues and different methods that you use to optimise your breathing. So my apologies that I'm not able to give any tips for you guys. This is for people with healthy lung function. And I'm doing it because suddenly, all of a sudden, we're talking about breathing and thinking about the effects on the body if the breathing is overwhelmed by infection. And of course, all the rest of the time we just take it for granted, don't we? And yet, on such a profound level, the breathing is vital for life. So with that in mind, I just wanted to take a moment to think, okay, how do you focus on your breathing and how can you make your breathing really good? The other reason for focusing on the diaphragm, which is the principal muscle of breathing, is because it also is part of your inner unit of core stability. So you've got the diaphragm at the top, it's a flat-ish or a dome-shaped sheet of muscle that attaches to your ribs and sort of sits underneath your ribs. So that's part of your inner unit of core stability. You've got your deep abdominals at the front, pelvic floor at the bottom, and you've got the segmental stabilisers of the spine at the back. So healthy diaphragm is a more healthy core, inner core unit. Of course, breathing really well does support your activities of daily living, and that might be pottering around the house, but it might be aerobic exercise, or even aerobic. If you sprint 50 metres and you don't have time to use oxygen, you still need good breathing to sort your blood chemistry out afterwards. And finally, the other reason for focusing on the breathing is because, of course, it has this lovely sort of calming, almost meditative quality on the body. And heaven knows we all need a bit of that right now. So that's my reasoning. Here's a little bit of setup. So you could be standing up, even killing a bit of time in your socially distanced supermarket queue, seriously. And you might be sitting like me, or you might be lying down. Now if you're laying down, floor's going to sort you out, you're fine. If you're standing, just into your feet, shoulders relaxed. Be aware that your head is not forward, skull back, chin nod. Likewise, if you're in a chair like me, legs relaxed, spine kind of gently taut. Okay, that's enough for the posture, and here goes. The diaphragm isn't an easy muscle to directly access in the way that most muscles are. For instance, if you know you want to work the diaphragm, the biceps, you know to bend the elbow. Not so easy with the diaphragm. So here's a few ways that might work for you. If you're standing or sitting, breathe into the chair, or breathe downwards towards the floor, or breathe into your pelvis. This is the pelvis, this thing. If that doesn't work, fingers round the front of the bottom of the ribs, thumb round the back, and breathe into your ribs or breathe into your hands. So when you breathe in, the diaphragm contracts and the rib cage expands out. So breathe wide and fall into your hands or the ribs. If you're lying on the floor, you could maybe breathe wide and fall rib cage into the floor. If you're sitting, rib cage into the chair. But to be honest, this works just as well, if not better actually. If you've got any other ideas for how you access the diaphragm on a kind of cognitive level, maybe message me back through YouTube and I'll put them into the blurb if you've got some other tips and cues. Okay, so that's some ways to access the in-breath. And now do it and see if you can get your breathing deeper. Now, breathing deeply is a bit like filling a bottle of water. You breathe from the base and kind of fill up to the top, and that's how the lungs work. Sort of starting low and coming upwards as you breathe deeper and deeper, We want to get away from that. We're a bit naughty sometimes, aren't we? We tend to breathe here, shallow, using the muscles up here. Sort of kind of breathing. But start here as you breathe downwards, filling up. But even with all of that, it can be quite hard to, the mind can dart around, there's things to listen to, there's things to look at. So sometimes counting can be really useful. So you might want to close your eyes. So I'm going to do that too. And then I'm going to count and you have a go with me. So breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to start talking, but you guys keep going. So you maybe count in your mind's eye. Oh no, you don't count with your mind's eye. You know what I mean, don't you? Keep going. So experiment with the length of your breath. If you breathe longer, it is deeper. They're two sides of the same coin. And also, if you've got healthy lung function, if you breathe deeper, breathe longer. On an in-breath, automatically your out-breath becomes longer and deeper too. So keep going. As I say, it doesn't matter if you're sitting or standing. And once you're in the zone, just be aware, if you're lying down, you can just allow your body to soften and sink into the floor. If you're standing up, you are able to softly, gently stand or sit, for that matter, tall. And as you breathe out, allow your shoulders to relax out of your ears. Notice that your chest is soft and relaxed, and that your jaw is relaxed as well. Particularly if you're laying down, as you breathe in, you can put your hands on your tummy and feel it rise. Doesn't work quite so well in sitting or standing, but for some of you that's a familiar cue, the belly rising and falling as you breathe. Well, I think that's it for me talking, but I'm going to sign off now, and I'll be back with another clip soon. But please stay where you are and just keep breathing steadily and slowly, and not so much carefully, but with focus. I hope this has helped, and cheerio. Hi there. I do hope you found this clip useful. We've got plenty more on the site, and for now I've suggested another one for you to watch. If you want to know more about what we do in Leeds, then do visit the website at pilates-leeds.com, and right now you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we can do this all again next month. Cheerio!